Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Give me your take on it.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine.
Okay. Hey, I'm from out of Selma, North Carolina. Uh, I was able to. I'm a little different. I was able to pay for my kids' cars. They wasn't able to get brand new cars, but I was able to pay for both of my kids' cars when they turned 16, and I was also able to pay cash for my wife to get her master's. I was able to pay cash for my oldest daughter to get her bachelor's and her master's degree. I'm paying cash right now for my youngest daughter to get her bachelor's degree.
So you so
They all went to Kent
pause for a
State.
second. Pause for a second, because I don't want to have an abstract conversation. I want to have a specific one. So your kid, if your
Okay,
youngest kid is getting her bachelor's, that means that she was 16 like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right?
correct, correct,
Yeah, we're in
correct.
a whole different era now. That's what I mean. Like it's like the way that black people are talking is flat, economically flat.
Uh-huh.
Nothing works that way in America. And so, like, I don't know how you say, not you, I'm not asking. See, somebody will talk to you and you won't really, and it's not your job to know, it's their job to know that all that is nice, but it don't even matter today because cars, the average used car wasn't $33,000 when you did that. So you got lucky. You hit the timing lottery, and then you have some other things probably in your life. The problem is that Black America has defined itself by the aberration. Not not and I'm not saying it's wrong for what happened to you. That ain't Black America across this nation though. Black folks are struggling, and it's not your fault. But the problem is that when this happens, we don't contextualize. Just since the pandemic, and I watch a show on there. I've shared it on my show a couple times called YAA or something. Just then they cover it every night. Just since the pandemic, because of the shortage in product and microchips, along with a number of shutdowns due to COVID, along with just manufacturers saying, I don't want your money no more. It ain't enough. Along with the interest rates. We've seen the interest rate hikes over the last year. We're at 6%, 7% for new cars. So all of
Well,
those
well,
things,
I ain't saying new cars. You can still purchase a used car
no,
for less
no,
than eight
no,
thousand dollars. A
no,
decent car.
no. I'm telling you, I'm not guessing. I'm saying to you that what has happened is that has affected the down market. The down market, the used car market, and I just gave you the average used car price. It is a place for people with low credit to be taken advantage of now. That's what they did. It's a whole different world. So when we talk about something, a thing, we have to be honest about what that thing is today in this moment. What we do is that we'll talk about it in the context of, say, what your story is from 2015, or we'll talk about it in the context of our grandparent in 1992, or we'll talk about it in the context of our father in 99. But the
Well,
reality is,
I just had to pay tuition last night for her semester, the spring semester coming up. So I'm still paying. I paid cash again last night for her tuition. So it's still
it's
taken
still real
care of.
cost coming.
And I just bought another van last year. I paid cash for that for my son.
Can I ask how old
So
you are,
we're still able to do it.
if you don't mind?
I'm just turned 50.
Okay.
I just turned 50.
Okay, and so that puts you as a
Just
Gen
turned 50.
Xer, right? Pretty much like a young Gen Xer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like a young Gen Xer. What I guess what's interesting is you're on the backside of being the last into a window of certain opportunity. I just don't see happening for people under that age. And I'm not in a lot.
Well, I
Go ahead.
yeah, but I what you call I got kicked out of corporate America. That was the thing.
Okay.
I went to college and I was trying to find corporate America and go that route. But I got caught in the dot-com burst. I got caught in the dot-com burst. I had to go make it for myself,
Okay.
and that's the way I had to do it. I had to go create my own little small businesses,
Hey man.
and from
Hey,
there
I
I
just
made
know.
it
I just
myself.
know this. I just know this, and I'll end it here. And I thank you so much for calling in. And I just know that the only 5% of black households with everything they have is worth 350. And what you just described is putting out 400, $500,000 liquid, and that just makes you a strong aberration. And I commend you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So like what's happening right now is somebody will talk to that one person, and dismiss almost everybody else they've met that's black in their whole life ever. Because that person will tell you all those things. The person that has 605 don't tell you. So you run into people all the time with 605s, 580s that are negative. They don't tell you nothing. That guy will tell you everything, and you build your whole identity on him. But he ain't told you everything. He didn't talk about inheritance. He didn't talk about where the money's coming from. He didn't talk about, hey, are you all paid up on your taxes? Do you have child support? I'm not saying he does have any of those issues. We live based on this projection from aberrations because we need to build our identity on things and things. But I'm just talking about numbers. And I'm just telling you, 2022 ain't 2015. And in 2022, the average used car is $33,000. The average used car payment.
Hey, what's going on? Appliance Boot Camp. Mike Sneed coming to you real quick. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell. They do great stuff for the ADOS community. They put out a lot of great information. They have really pushed the narrative for reparations and stuff further than anybody else that I've known. I really appreciate the stuff they do. They do a lot of great, they put out a lot of great data, And this right here is not something I'm coming at Antonio about or anything. This is just something I just want to add to their discussion. A lot of times, I think with what we see on the internet and on YouTubes and all that about entrepreneurship and stuff, it gets kind of, give us entrepreneurs kind of a bad narrative that we're a lot of times like somebody who's just doing a lot of faking and stuff. So I just wanted to come to him and actually show him. I called into his show, if you all just listen, a few minutes ago to the actual call-in. I called into a show they had the other night about will people be able to buy cars for their kids. It's pretty easy to buy a car for your kid. You can buy used cars for less than $8,000, $6,000. The last two cars I bought for my two kids, they were less than $6,000 that I paid for them. And they're still running very well. One of them, this their second, I bought it when they were 16 years old, so like a sophomore in high school. And she's a sophomore in college, and no problems out the car. So I didn't have to go spend no $30,000 for them. Just last year alone, I bought an actual van. You all saw I bought a van for the ice cream parlor, E350. Had less than 160,000 miles on it, and I used that not only to pull the actual concession trailer all across this area doing concessions, but I've used it to pull concession trailers to Atlanta a couple of times, pull my channel truck to Atlanta. So I use it all the time, and I have no problems out of it, and it works good. And I paid less than $6,000 for that van also. So you can purchase used vehicles, without having to spend a lot of cash for them. But I wanted to come in and kind of explain how I actually made my money. I know a lot of people was like, I was a unicorn. I was an anomaly. I couldn't believe it. As appliance repair, I became a unicorn. But my money came, as everybody knows, through appliance repair. Appliance repair is how I make my money. I started an appliance repair business about 20-some years ago. After I had got laid off from corporate America, I was a test engineer. Graduated from North Carolina A&T and went to work at a company called Data General as a test engineer. From Data General, I went to Nortel, and then from Nortel, I got laid off. I was laid off for about a year, found another job with a company called Intel. I was a test automation engineer there, where I wrote all the different programs to automate the testing facilities. From there, I left and went to entrepreneurship. Started an appliance repair business. Started my business with less than $20-some. All I bought was some flyers. At that time, when I was in college, I worked at Sears as an appliance repairman. That's how I learned the trade. When I was in college at Sears, that was my job. I worked afternoons and weekends repairing appliances for Sears in Greensboro, North Carolina. Had my own little service truck and stuff. And then from there, I started my own appliance repair business when I got here in Clayton, North Carolina. From there, I made my money. That's how I teach you all how to actually do it. I have a course called Appliance Boot Camp. I teach you how to do it, how you can be a 2-man workshop. I know 1 or 2-man shop, and that's how I made the bulk of my money. I know a lot of times people say, well, African American businesses, they have less than 2 employees. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If I got 2 employees, I can still make $250,000 or more per year. Versus if I go work for a W-2 person, I ain't gonna make probably 80, 90,000. So I'd rather have 1 or 2 employees and still do about a quarter of a meal every year than to have a W-2 working in a company that have 3. And I was working in a company that probably had over 10,000 employees when I was at Nortel. And Nortel, I didn't never crack 80,000. So it doesn't matter how many employees you make; it's how much money that you actually generate. From there, they had questions. They want to know, did I get an inheritance? No, I did not get no inheritance. My family, my mother and father, I was fortunate enough that they were able to pay for me to go to college. So I didn't end up with any student loans. At that point in time, it was about $1,500 a year for me to go to college. I was in college from 1991 to 1996. I tell people I stayed there a little bit longer. I want to make sure 1 year longer because I wanted to make sure I knew my material. But yeah, during that time, it was $1,500 a semester for my parents to actually pay for me to go. So I tell you all that I actually pay cash for my kids to go to college. And I do that through appliance repair. You saw a year ago, my daughter was first attending college. I went out and I done compressor replacements, and I actually done I actually showed you all. I done a series where I started from $0. I said my daughter's graduating in May. I was going to show you all if your kid was graduating in May and they're going to go to college and an in-state college. You're not going to be able to go for no private college. You have to go to an in-state university. Just starting out, no money in May. And I went from May until she got ready to go to August, September, when she got ready to report. I showed you all how I could do compressor replacements. I was doing 1 or 2 per week, and I was making $850 to over $1,500 per compressor replacement. So over there, I was doing $2,000 to maybe $3,000, a week. Doing compressor replacements, and then when she got ready to go, y'all saw I had the cash already stacked up to be able to pay cash for a whole year. The whole year for her to go to an in-state university here in North Carolina was $18,000 from May until September doing appliance repair at 1-man shop, and still was able to pay for all my other stuff I needed. I was able to save up enough money to pay for her whole year on campus, $18,000. After that, my daughter now, she commutes back and forth. She likes being at home. I would like for her to be back on campus, or I'd like for her to get an apartment. But she likes being at home, so she's doing great in school. It's a great environment. It's not that bad of a commute. So right now she's commuting. I think next year she'll go back, either get an apartment or she'll go back onto the campus. But right now, I still pay cash. But it ain't but like $3,800 per semester. So for her to actually be at home and commute back and forth is not but $3,800. So you can easily pay that doing appliance repair. And I teach you how to do that. Where we're standing at right now is my actual school. This is a school that I built. I built it not by no loans or anything. I paid cash for the building. I showed you all how I actually came out, paid cash for this building. I paid $30,000 for 2 buildings. So that's $15,000 really for this building. I have this one and I have the ice cream parlor next door. And from here, I actually built this with my own 2 hands. I built it. I took it down to the actual framing and built it all back up. What you see here now is what we actually built. And I actually documented it on YouTube, show you all how to do it. So this is what I've done. I heard he asked, if you want to know if I'm behind in child support. No, I'm not behind in no child support. I have one older daughter that I had before I got married, but I can say that I don't owe any child support or anything. So I'm good with the state of North Carolina. Also, if you buy the course, I actually tell you how you can actually get your child support reduced because you actually own a business, and how you can actually get child support enhanced, so you don't have to worry about the child support people coming after you once you become an entrepreneur. Also, they want to know, am I behind on my taxes? No, I'm not behind on my taxes. If you take my course, I teach you how to take advantage of the tax laws. Once you become an entrepreneur, there's so many write-offs and stuff that you can get from the actual tax code and your CPA. You get your CPA to do your taxes. You're not going to get your aunt who's going to be filing TurboTax and stuff for people. You're not going to do that, and I don't recommend you doing it either. You're going to be you're a real business owner. You're going to get a real CPA. You see right here, this is my taxes for 2021. 2022, I can't do them till next year. So I just got my taxes done at the beginning of December. Taxes, they gave you an extension until I think February of 2023. As a business owner, I have many businesses. So I'm one of the last people to get my taxes done. I'm one of the people y'all complain about. Say, hey, why you just can't show us your taxes? No, everybody else get their done at the beginning of the year. And they was wondering why people, business owners like Donald Trump and them, usually wait until the end of the year, maybe a year behind, because we have so much stuff that we have to actually go through to actually get our taxes. I have to actually do all the books and close out all my other different businesses, so they can report to my actual individual taxes. So I get mine done last. So as you can see, I'm actually getting a refund. So here it is. I actually go out. I make a great amount of money, and we talk about Donald Trump not paying any taxes and stuff because he's an entrepreneur, business owner. Well, I'm showing you, here it is, I'm a business owner that I get to make all of my money, invest my money, spend my money. At the end of the year, they actually look and see what I've done with it, and I'm going to make it so I don't have to pay any taxes. I'm not cheating or anything. I'm just actually using the actual write-offs that they allow for business owners. And from there, because I'm actually investing my money to actually create jobs, to create housing and stuff for people, the government gives me my money back. So you can see I'm getting a refund. And I teach you how to do that too. And so that's what I wanted to do. I just want to come and let you all know I did not get no inheritance. I'm not no unicorn. I have taught hundreds of people my same method of how I actually make my money. And if you want, there's a link in the description. Sign up. Sign up for Appliance Bootcamp. And let me teach you how to start your own appliance repair business. And you too can become a unicorn. And if you like, we have an actual training facility here, an actual real school. Not only do I have the online school, I'm not just somebody making courses and stuff, and don't have any proof of and don't have any testimonials. You can go over to Appliance Bootcamp. That's going to be 3 separate words, Appliance Bootcamp, over in the Facebook group. Join in, and I'll let you in. You don't even have to buy the course. I'll let you in, and you can just ask anybody, hey, what do you think? And they'll give you true feedback of what they think about the course. And if you think somebody is don't want to say something in front of everybody, I suggest you just ask somebody, can you DM them or send a private message and talk to them like that. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. Just come here, just show people it can be done. You can pay cash for cars. You can pay cash for houses. I pay cash for houses. You can pay cash for buildings. I do it all the time. I'm in the process now of building out. Matter of fact, I'm in the process now of building my second location for my ice cream parlor. I'm doing that all through cash. All that's through appliance repair. So once again, thank you all for watching. If you hadn't already, click the link in the description, sign up for Appliance Bootcamp, man. I'm telling you, man or woman, we have men and women that have taken the course. It'll actually change your life. Also, we now have a written form. We have the Appliance Bootcamp book. You can buy it. It's called How to Start an Appliance Repair Business. The blueprint is on Amazon. A link to that is in the description too. You can buy that too, so you can get the Appliance Bootcamp in the written form. Once again, thank you all for watching, and we just coming here to clear up the air. Thank you.